Hello, I'm Tanya from Love Goddess Tarot, and today I'd like to do a twin flame reading for the energy of today for you, the viewer. So I asked the question in terms of what the overall energy around your twin flame connection is, and also what your twin flame is currently experiencing. So the first thing that came up really strongly was the Eight of Wands, talking really all about things happening swiftly and speedily. No matter what has happened in your relationship, there is a renewed effort. There's a renewed, almost speedy, miraculous communication that's suddenly going to come out of the blue, out of nowhere. They're saying that this twin flame connection is magical. It's divinely guided. So things will happen for you rather than to you. And you're both going to be experiencing pretty much the same thing. Remember, your twin flame is often a mirror of self. And you're learning lessons through each other. But the lessons are essentially about yourself so that you can ascend and be together. So this communication is going to flow very steadily, very quickly. It's kind of like, even if you've been apart, suddenly it's back on. It's just from the first connection, all that energy comes flooding back in. All the memories, all the good stuff, everything just comes together. And you just cannot. You're like magnets. And so with the Two of Pentacles, to me, like your connection is like a boomerang. It kind of, you keep gravitating towards each other, back to each other. And, you know, if either one or both of you are in another relationship, this is not going to stop you from reconnecting because it's divinely guided. And this is the time for twin flames to reconnect, to come back together. And it's like magnetic, your connection. And it is the mirror, the lovers, the mirror, you know, each of you come together through this divine, you see the big angel, through this divine inspiration at the correct time. It's divinely timed, coming together. And your meeting is not by chance. It is divinely orchestrated. There will be something about it that just tells you straight away that you've met someone unique, someone like yourself. You're going to feel different about this person than you felt about anybody. All the others will seem rather pale in comparison. Maybe the world looks more colorful. Maybe suddenly everything comes together and makes sense. You have that big aha moment. And so a lot of you are prepared to walk down this path with this person. And if there is a split in the road because you have lessons to learn, know that the divine is saying they're bringing you back together. And for those of you who have been waiting, patiently waiting, it's good news because things are about to happen rather suddenly. And I always say when the Tower card comes up, life as you know it is about to change, and everything in your life changes inside of you, around you. Anything that doesn't work will fall away and break away, because when the energy of you and your twin flame come together, things that don't work get naturally pushed out of the way or blow up, you know, and end. So your life is about to change, and the stuff can be scary. It can be frightening. You need to stay in a place of centeredness and understand that you look up towards your guides, to spirit, because you need faith for this connection. And you will know instinctively. There's an instinctive feeling, a right feeling. It comes from your heart. It comes from your solar plexus. It does not come from your brain. Your mind might try to analyze or, criticize certain things about it, but none of it necessarily will make sense. So, the Hermit is going to shed light on your connection. Something is going to come in. And I must say, I feel that for those of you waiting for communication, it's going to come rather suddenly and soon. This is a time where I do see, for me, the Hermit is kind of like being in solitude. And a lot of you have been seeking your own inner guidance, your inner counsel, and you've almost perhaps even self-isolated, but this is about to end, like really suddenly. And of course, we have this brand new beginning. It's like literally spirit reaching out. And this is going to be powerful. This is all about some powerful, powerful energy that's coming together. And you will know it. You will feel it. You will know that there's something deeper and higher in the works here. I also want to say that I feel like your connection, you have a mission together. And spiritually, you will not get away from each other until you find each other again, or find each other perhaps for the first time, even if you're together. This is the year of figuring out your mission, and it comes through the divine. You are meant to be together to fulfill a purpose. And so you will find that purpose. So I see a lot of you having brilliant ideas of how you can, do projects together, develop an idea together. A lot of spiritual connections are coming together once this starts to flow and you're on this path. So if this resonates with you, it's an exciting time. Your twin flame is coming together with you. This time round, it takes a bit of time, but you will both be bringing equal parts to the whole. And again, it's divinely guided, as we can see here. It's flowing into your emotional, spiritual, mental, and physical space. And so it's mirroring. This divinity is being mirrored in both of you. There's such a strong spiritual connection and element to this. It's almost, it feels almost extraordinary. And if you had to tell people, they'd probably think like, what are you talking about? So we're looking at this, and it's saying that you've completed some lessons. Okay, there have been lessons perhaps over the past 2 to 3 years. But this year, it's time. Things are clear. The coast is clear. There's nothing in the way. And you're ready to move forward with a renewed attitude, with growth, with wisdom, with maturity. Because this twin flame connection is going to require a lot of connecting and maturity in order to trust the path that you're both on. You've got to support each other on this path. And so this year, you're really going to have big clarity around your connection. And if you've been in doubt, your clarity is coming. For some of you, you're still looking at your earthly needs. In other words, your emotions. You're looking at, well, here it all is. Am I kind of ready? You're leaning back. You're kind of looking at this, and perhaps there's a bit of distrust and kind of going, well, can I really trust this? It's too good to be true. But Spirit wants you to move on it. The biggest block is fear. Never let fear stop you. See it as an experience that you're meant to be having. Remember, it's divinely guided. So you're coming together with your twin flame, and this is, at least in spirit, is the overall energy around you and this person. They cannot stay away from you. They're magnetized to you. So if you've been going through a lot of conflict in the last year, there's been a lot of clearing. There's been a lot of creating space for this new energy for your union to come together. So let's have a look at your partner and what has happened to your twin flame in this time. Now, this might be interesting for you, especially if you are in some form of no contact, or you've been sensing this is going to happen. What's been going on? Okay, remember, this is a collective reading, and so we want to have a look at this, and we look at what resonates and let the rest go. So your twin flame has been doing their own inner work. They have found a place of happiness. They have managed to learn some lessons that have been very much about self. It doesn't include anybody else. It's their own journey that they are doing. Whether you're together or not, there's an inner sense of peace and fulfillment that is going to be present. They have learned to overcome their fears and uncertainties. They have worked with these. They have had quite a rough time in the past. This represents all the shadows, things from the shadows, from the deeper emotions coming up, and the moon energy, the intuitive energy, illuminating what needs to heal. Confusion, feeling unable to understand. Perhaps for a lot of you, your relationship or connection has been in secret. It's been hidden away because it's almost like, how do we explain this? Well, the head can't explain this. There's also a sense here that there have been wounds in the past. Things have been tough for your twin flame. They've gone through some challenges and they feel quite battered and beaten by these challenges. So this has not been an easy time for them. And I feel like, for some reason, I feel like each of you individually has gone through your own challenges. Your twin flame knows and thinks about you. They are going to reach out, perhaps through some form of communication. Luckily today, we have many forms of communication available to us. And so your twin flame will reach out, or you will reconnect somewhere, and this will feel almost magical. Again, the energies are aligning, and so universally, this is transpiring and being led through spirit. It's not something you can control. This isn't a relationship you can control. And they still think of you. You are the embodiment of all they seek. You are everything they want, and they cannot get you out of their mind. No matter whether they're with someone else, this invisible string, this bond that is between you, will keep bringing them back into your space. What needs to happen for you is to stand in your power. Now, this is especially true if they are with someone else, because these things are difficult at best. And there is something that needs to be resolved. And there is a situationship in their life, something that is causing heartache, and they're being influenced by other things around them, whether it's just the world around them, family, someone else, another relationship. This is not feeling on the earth plane like a simple situation. And as a result, there is a sense of feeling cold and cast out, emotionally impoverished, things happening, certain lessons that have been harsh. And so it's felt like a winter season for your twin flame. They've had to go through challenges in order to grow, in order to learn to heal their own wounds. There is a deep sense of disappointment that has come about through the past. This has been illuminated in the past while. So they have been grieving a loss, whether it is you or a pattern in their life. They are grieving, they're reflecting and regretful, but they don't feel good enough. Something about your situation is causing them to not feel good enough. And they are now turning away from this. They are coming into a much happier place. They're feeling more satisfied, more fulfilled. They're feeling more solid. And so when you reconnect, these things are still in the background, but it feels as if it will work itself out. And sometimes it is about having faith. Sometimes it's about trusting the flow. And so you staying in your power is going to be really, really positive. There are still some challenges to overcome, but here's the thing. The challenges are going to be overcome because there's a sense that they are standing quite powerfully. They're standing their ground. And so they have a solution. I hear Spirit saying that they have a solution. They're coming forward. They're not going to come to you empty-handed. They have a solution. For whatever your situation is, they have a solution. They want to share this with you and they want to see your take on it. So it's not a time to be harsh or to talk about the past. It's a time to listen and a time to be soft and available and open to these new possibilities. This has taken your twin flame a long time to get to. The balance is being restored. Justice cards means that there's balance. Things are balancing out. And for some, yes, there may be divorces from someone that's in their life. They may cut themselves off from people in their life. They may be putting down new boundaries. It's a really interesting time that's unfolding, and these spiritual lessons are being learned. So your twin flame has definitely done the work. They're coming in with more of a spiritual perspective. They've matured, they've grown. They are coming in with an offer for you. And of course, there are still things, of course, playing out in the background, and that's part of our life here on planet Earth. There's always lessons to be learned, but this talks about a willingness to, and they have been researching and understanding this connection between you. They've been doing the work around how, why, and what, and they have a deeper understanding. So I feel that when they come, there's a different energy this time when they come forward. So I'd like to have a look at, just in terms of you, what is happening. Ooh, these cards are jumping today. What's happening for you? Ooh, they're all coming out. Okay, we'll take the top one of that. Okay, perfect. That's so sweet. Okay, so we have, the first card is healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed in this very moment. So this is really important. Surround your relationship. Put it in a bubble of light. Surround this bubble of light with pure divine energy and love for both of you. There's healing happening at this very moment. It talks about a sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. This is about opening up on all levels. You are both ready for this. So this is transcending anything that you've had before. And of course, we are in a time where twin flames are uniting. And this is the card of the twin flame. Your passion ignites. So something new is beginning. This is so wonderful. I'm so excited for you. This is such great news. I really would love to hear about your twin flame. I'd love to hear about your experiences and what you've gone through, your journey. Please leave me a comment. I'd love to hear your ideas and your thoughts around twin flames and energy. And if you like to hear more, if you'd like to watch more videos regarding twin flames and love, then please do like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you again soon. Lots of love and blessings.